welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing it very well today, and if you are new here, welcome to my channel. My name is Natalie Jade. I post videos over here at least 3 times a week. I do have a vlogging channel too, and as well as that I upload daily on TikTok, so I'd really appreciate if you could check me out over there too. So today's video is going to be my top 10 makeup releases for 2022. I have been thinking the best way to kind of bring this video across. I was thinking just my favourite makeup releases, some good ones, some bad ones, but I felt the best way to do this is my top 10 releases for 2022. So I hope you all enjoy this video. If you do, don't forget to smash that thumbs up button for me, as well as leave me a little comment to read later on, and make sure you subscribe to my channel for more content just like this. But without further ado, let's just get started. 2022 had some insane makeup launches. They had so many things that narrowing it down to just 10 was so hard, and I'm still not 100% sure on my order, but I've got it and I'm going to share it with you guys. There are so many launches and brands that I wanted to include in this video that I just did not have space for. I was thinking, should I do top 10, top 15, top 20, top 5? But I feel like 10 is a good number, because if it takes me like 2 minutes to do each one, that ends up being like 20 minutes long plus intro and outro, and I don't want it to be any longer than that. But top 5 like is just impossible. I could not narrow it down just to 5 to show you guys. So we're going to do top 10. Really hope you enjoy this, and I'm going to get started. So we're going to do it from number 10 all the way up to number 1. This is in order. So for me, my 10th top, does that make sense? I don't know if it does. So my 10th place collection for 2022 would have to be the Rimmel Kind and Free collection. This is amazing. I have tried the concealer, the mascara and the foundation, and I love all 3 of them. I'm going to show you them now. I know that there is a blush coming out, and they have been teasing this for months and months and months, and I just want it to come out, and I'm really hoping it comes out early 2023 because I really want to try it. But this is what the collection looks like. I love the packaging. Looks really hydrating, really fresh. So these are vegan and kind to skin. Start off with the foundation. This is what it looks like. So it's more of a skin tint than a foundation, and it takes quite a lot for me to like a skin tint or a lighter coverage foundation. I'm a very heavy full coverage kind of girl when it comes to that kind of thing. I got mine in the shade 160 Vanilla, and it's just got such a beautiful formula to it. It's really nice. It does feel really hydrating on the skin, and it just makes my skin look really nice. The most recent one that I tried was the concealer. I was actually quite surprised of the coverage of this. It's really nice. Again, a very hydrating product, vegan kind to skin, and I really liked it. I got this one in the shade Fair, which is 010. And then for the mascara, I do really like this one. I'm actually starting to run out, so I might have to repurchase. I think that you can get this in black and dark brown. I got mine in black, but one of the reasons I really like it is I do like the wand. I feel like it's a nice, simple wand, and I don't get clumpiness. It does help with separating my lashes. This is starting to get a little bit more clumpy around the edges of the bottle, but that's because I've used it so much now. But these were quite affordable as well. I think the foundation was like $8.99, and these I think were probably the similar price, maybe $6.99, but I will put it on screen for you guys anyway. But yeah, they were really affordable, and it's just a really nice collection. I really liked it. I also love the concept of it, the kind and free concept as well. So for number 9, we have one of SheGlam's new collaborations. So SheGlam is an incredible makeup brand. I love them so much. They're very affordable, and I actually discovered them in 2022. I'm pretty sure it was end of September, start of October that they announced these, and they announced their very first collaborations with other brands / companies. So the first one that they released was the Corpse Bride collection, and I got the full collection of this, and I was just so lucky to receive it, and I absolutely loved it. And then they also did the Willy Wonka one, which has to be my favourite. So they did so many different things. They did a load of lip kits, they did this little perfume, they did a lip balm, they also did this palette. Like, they had a full collection. They also did a beautiful flush, like purple blush with it as well. And I love the full collection. I think it's really nice. So the palette we'll start off with is like a chocolate bar, and it's like scratch and sniff, so you can sniff that part there for chocolate, and the palette itself smells like chocolate. So I like this. If you look at it a little bit up close, you can see it looks like pieces of chocolate. One of the reasons I love this palette so much is that this shade here is actually an eye primer, which I've never tried a palette that has an eye primer in the palette, so I think that's really cool. The shimmer on it is so pigmented, and then it has a really nice mirror, and the overall presentation of it, really nice. I love it. I wasn't a massive fan of the perfume that came with the collection. It just smelled a little bit strange because like I wouldn't wear chocolate as a perfume and it smelled quite chocolatey, but I love the presentation of it. And then the lip kits I just fell in love with. I've never been really a lip gloss kind of girl or really out there with my lips, but I liked every single one of these, especially this one here, which is the Choco River one. Really like that. And I love the fact that you get proper lip kits, so it's not just like a lip gloss, you get a lip pencil and a lip gloss, so you can then combine them with different ones and create different combinations. Really like that. So yeah, again, I love the packaging. I just think the whole presentation of this was amazing, especially to say it was one of their first collaborations that they ever did. I just think it was so good. So that has to be number 9 for me. So next, for number 8, we've got an early collection for 2022, which was the Lion King collection by Revolution. I just fell in love with this as soon as it came out and I was so excited to buy it. So when the collection launched, it was a big collection. I bought a mascara, a highlight, and then 2 of the palettes. It was just such a big collection, I couldn't buy everything, but I'm just so obsessed with this packaging. I love Lion King, I always loved it when I was younger. So I bought this palette here, which is so pretty. It's got more cooler tones in it. That one is the Jungle Princess palette. This one here is probably my favourite thing from the collection. This one is the I Walk on the Wild Side palette, which look at those warm tones. They're just so beautiful. I love that they've all got a mirror in as well. Then this is the highlight, which is probably my least favourite thing from the collection because it was a little bit more pink toned than I expected, and I'd rather have like a lighter coloured highlight. This one's a little bit warmer for me, but it's still really nice, and it was really pigmented and looked gorgeous. Also, it had a mirror in, which most highlights don't come with a mirror. And then I've also got the mascara, and this is what it looks like. Packaging is an absolute 10 out of 10, and then when I open it up, this is what the wand looks like. The detail in this, like you can't even see it on camera because it's so detailed. It has like hundreds of little bristles on there. They are so small, and it is amazing for curling your lashes, giving them volume, giving them length, and this is one of my favourite mascaras right now. This one and the R.E.M. one are like my ultimate favourite mascaras. This one was a little bit more pricey when it came out because usually like the special collections of Revolution are a little bit more pricey, but I would say that it was worth the money. Yeah, I absolutely love the full collection. It just gave me really nice vibes. As you can tell by my eyeshadow today, it's my favourite kind of look, like those warmer tones are really my kind of like favourite look and favourite colours, and I felt this collection was really based around that. It's really been getting hard up to this point for the order of things because everything is just so beautiful. But next we've got the P. Louise Money Shot palette. So this came out in the summer, I believe. I was on holiday when I ordered it and I was so excited to get home just so I could unpackage it. So firstly, the packaging is just incredible. It's probably one of my favourite products ever. Like packaging, it's got these little bits that move around inside. Absolutely love it. And then it's a jewel palette, which Paige does a lot of these. So when you open it up, it opens up into a palette there, and you can see all those beautiful greens with the mirror. And then you can also open it here, which I just love. I think that's so cool. I love like those kind of like novelty designs of them. So firstly, we've got the greens that I just showed you, and the variation in green here I think is stunning. About a week before this palette was actually released, I kept saying to my mum, I just need a more green palette because all the palettes I had, and I have a lot of palettes, I just couldn't find the perfect like green combination. They're all either quite swampy and murky, or too pastel, or too dark, or more of a blue tint to them, or more of a yellow tint to them. I didn't have like a pure bright green, and now if I want any green at all, I have literally every single shade of green that I could ever ask for in here. And then this bottom layer here, it's got a lot more of like neutrals and nudes and some more yellow tones, and I really like it. The pigmentation in these shimmers as well is absolutely ridiculous. I started off with P. Louise last year, maybe the year before now, and I was just starting off with her bases, and I fell in love with those. And since that, I've started to kind of delve out into more different ones with her, and now I'm into more of her palettes as well, and they are just immaculate. Next we've got another Revolution collection, and this was the Love Island Revolution collection. So this one also came out in summer and I just had to buy it. This was a really big collection. It had fake tan, which I bought and I've still not tried yet, so I really need to try that soon. It had, I think it had lashes, it had makeup bags, it had so many different palettes, it had other tanning things, it had a lot of things like hair clips, hair scrunchies. It was a big collection. Two of my favourites were these two bits here. So this is the Love Island highlight. The packaging is just so Love Island, it's really those vibes. When you open it up, it actually has Love Island imprinted all along here, which reminds me of the Kylie ones. And I do think this is a bit of a dupe for Kylie's highlights. The colour, the shade, the pigmentation, everything just so reminds me of Kylie's highlights, which is obviously a good thing because they are very high end. So this is the Stun Hun Mega Highlighter, and I've been using this most days at the moment. It is just so beautiful, so pigmented, and just blends out like an absolute dream. The mini palette I've got here is the Forever Dynamic My Type on Paper palette. I do have one of the bigger Forever Flawless ones as well, but I'm in the middle of redoing my office, so I don't know where everything is. So I'm going to show you this one. Again, little mirror, really nice metal casing. And these are the shades. I did stick my nail in this, like when I first got it, and I was absolutely gutted. But these shades are just unreal. Like, they're so pretty. I love this roll on the bottom with these matte shades, and then the shimmers on the top are just so nice, and they really do complement each other. So this is one of those little palettes that I could easily take on holiday with me and things like that. They're just one of those vibes. Absolutely love this. Again, packaging is really pretty. I do prefer the packaging of the highlight to the palettes though. So next we've got probably one of my favourite palettes released all year, and that is the New Mood by Beauty Bay palette. This is beautiful, like absolutely beautiful. I still kind of feel like this might need to go a little bit higher on the list, but this one here is just absolutely stunning. I love how abstract the packaging is, really a bit of me, and I love the mirror on it. It's one of their £20 palettes, and if you look inside, this is the colour story. It is so pretty. You have so many different variations of colour in here, and I feel like all the shades in here are so unique as well. You've got like a hot pink, this really neon yellow, really like this lighter green here, but then you've got the more unique ones like these ones here, which is this blue. Like, I don't have that in any other palette, but my favourite thing about this palette is the shimmers. They are unreal. So if I tap into this Euphoric shade, which is probably my favourite one, it's got like a duochrome effect. Like, I've swatched it on the back of my hand, it's got like a duochrome effect. Oh, it's just unbelievable. Like, you can't see it on camera, but it's just unbelievable. Really like this one as well, which is called Inspired. And this palette actually went viral on TikTok because of this shade, this Inspired shade. And it is just so pretty. I love it. It's so pigmented, so beautiful, and just every single shade in this palette is extremely pigmented and so bright, and yeah, I absolutely love it. With it being Beauty Bay, it's quite affordable, but it's one of their more affordable palettes as well, with it being one of the £20. So yeah, absolutely love this. You can still get it on their website as well. If the lighting or anything has changed, I just changed my camera battery, so that is why. But then we move on to the face palette, which is stunning. If I'm honest, I feel like I haven't used this as much as I should have done because it's so beautiful. So in here you get 4 different shades: a cream blush, a powder blush, a cream highlight, and a powder highlight. The powder highlight and the cream blush have to be my favourites. Also love that you get a mirror in here. This collection was a lot more pricey. It's the most expensive thing in the video, but I do think it's worth the money. I absolutely love it. But again, if you can't afford it, there are a lot of alternatives and a lot of dupes that are just as good. So she also came out with a lip collection for this. This was a trio of lip crayons. This is the first time I tried any Kylie lip products, and she's iconic and just so famous for her lip products. So this one was my favourite, which is called Iconic Duo. Yeah, Iconic Duo. And it is just a beautiful nude shade. So she came out with 3, but this one is my ultimate favourite out of them all. We are now on to our last 3 items. So for number 3, we've got the Beauty Bay Trio. So they brought out a brand new trio palettes. So the first one being the Midnight palette. They had the Earthy palette, and they also brought out the Berries palette. So these 3 are beautiful. I absolutely love them because I love the focus on the different colours, and I love the variation in them. So the Earthy one, for example, has a lot of those beautiful green shades, some more like autumnal kind of shades in here. Variation is stunning. I love the shimmers in here as well. They are so so pigmented. Like this one here, which is called Cava. It is just stunning. The same with the other palettes as well. They brought these out in £42, £16 and £9, which is quite good, because if you don't want a massive £42 palette for, I think they're £26, I think, or £23 a retail at, then you can go and get a little bit of a smaller one, or whichever one that fits you best. You can also buy them on their website in bundles as well, so it makes it a little bit more affordable. This is the berries one. I've not actually tried this one yet. I bought it in the Black Friday sales. But it's so stunning. It'd be perfect for like Valentine's Day. It's got a lot of like warmer like pinks, purple tones. But the one that I bought first, the one that I've used the most, is the Midnight one. And it is stunning. Like the amount of different colours in here, the transition shades, the variation is just unbelievable. I think the shimmers are best from the earthy one, but the actual mattes are best from this one here, which is the Midnight one. So for number 2 on the list, it has to be the SheGlam Liquid Family Collection. So SheGlam released their liquid blushes. I think it was late 2021, early 2022. I'm not sure exactly when it was. And they brought out liquid blushes. Since then, they've released a brand new launch, which is a new formula, new packaging, and they also released the contour and liquid highlights. These, if you follow me on TikTok, you will see I use the blush every single video, like every single video. I love the other two as well. This one's not as easy to blend as my powder contour is. That's why I don't use it every single day. But the shades are gorgeous. They have a really, really good shade range, and they just are so beautiful formula. Really like the highlight as well. I mentioned in a video before that I've never found a liquid highlight that I actually like. You do have to work quite fast with it so it doesn't dry straight away, but I do love it. The blush is just my favourite though. Absolutely stunning. This one is one of my favourites in the shade Love Cake. I also love the Hopelessly Devoted one, which is a little bit more out there. And my other favourite is Hush Hush. But they have some really, really gorgeous ones. They have a real variety of different shades. And let's just talk about the packaging. Absolutely stunning packaging as well. So it's the one we've all been waiting for, and it's which one gets my #1 place for my collection review of 2022. And it has to be the IRL collection by Revolution. This is a big collection, so I'm not going to talk about it all, but we do have the setting spray, which is beautiful. The primer is probably my favourite primer I've ever tried. They also have lip liners, which are quite nice, but I don't think they're anything like special really. They're just a nice lip liner. But the one that stole my heart is the foundation. I did a review on this when it first came out, probably early 2022 I think it was, and I fell in love instantly. It is stunning. I get it in the shade F7. It's a long wear foundation, it's breathable, it's very, very good coverage. It lasts for 16 hours. It's also oil free, it's a soft matte, and it just gives your face that beautiful, flawless look. It is just my ultimate favourite foundation. This is my 4th bottle, and it's been released less than a year. I've never gone through a foundation as much as I've gone through this one. This is £9.99, but there's always offers on that you can get it for a lot cheaper. They always do like 2 for £12 on these as well, so definitely check them out in Superdrug, Revolution, Beauty Bay, things like that. But this has to be #1 for me. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. I really hope you've enjoyed this. Do comment down below what your favourite items and favourite collections were for 2022. Don't forget to smash that thumbs up button as well. And please do subscribe to my channel for more content just like this, because it really, really does help me out. But that is it for me for today, and I hope to see you all next time. Bye!